The state of Terengganu plays host to this year's Rainforest Challenge. From 26 November to 5th December, the participants from Europe, Asia, Oceania, North and South America, representing 25 countries, made their dates with adventure in Terengganu. From Kuala Lumpur Crown Princess Hotel, it's now hospitality with Terengganu flavor at Awana Kijal. Before D-Day, it's all ears at the main event's briefing. This year's route is reputedly one of the toughest on earth. Yes, it's at the Terminator and Twilight Zone of Hulu Terengganu, which includes the famed Elephant Mudhole. Nothing comes easy in these areas. The prologue special stages for the following day's starting order is by the draw out of the hat, thereby giving equal chance for every team to start first. Next day, it's action time. But first, it's the official welcome in Chukai Town, Kemaman, for the world's most internationally represented 4x4 event. After months of preparation, the waiting is over.
Well, at last, the Rainforest Challenge of 2005 in Terengganu. I'm very pleased to say that this event has attracted 350 participants from at least 25 countries. Some are competitors, some are touring, and some are press.
Yes, I am Rodolfo from Argentina. I am the pressman, and it's the first time in Malaysia and the Rainforest Challenge and this wonderful competition.
I know that it's very difficult. It's a big challenge. The #1 in the world. So we're going to enjoy it a lot. That's all, and thanks to everybody here.
Second time to Malaysia, first time in the RFC Challenge. 2 UK teams, myself in the Land Rover, my friend in the Suzuki.
The Chief Minister of Terengganu, Datuk Sri Haji Idris bin Jusso, was the VIP guest of honor for the event, which is one of the 2 international events of the state for 2005. On land, it's the Rainforest Challenge. At sea, it's the Monsoon Cup.
And most importantly, do enjoy yourself. In Al-Fas, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, saya merasmikan Rainforest Challenge 2005 today. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Befitting the event's tough image, a Nissan Frontier supplied by Tan Chong Motor provided the flag handing over ceremony.
Already, okay.
That's it. Rolling off time for the adventurers from Europe, Asia, Oceania, North and South America. This is the real test for man and machines in one of the toughest terrain on earth. Let the adventure begins. From here, the route will take them to Awana Kijal, Pasir Raja, Sungai Klamin, Sungai Loh, Ulu Dungun, Felda Mengkawang, Kuala Berang, Pangkalan Gawi, Tasik Kenyir, and back to Kuala Terengganu. To be in this event, you need to have the correct mindset in facing the might of Mother Nature. It's monsoon time in Terengganu. You also need to have well-prepared vehicles for the extreme test, be mentally and physically fit, and have great team spirit and teamwork. Here, you make friends for life with your peers from around the world. This father and son team from Johor is well prepared, having gone through many national 4x4 events together. They also have past experience in the event to guide them along. In the glare of the general public, It's great to see family ties united in their love for off-road adventure. This is passion in action. At the end of the 10-day event, they finished in 6th position overall. This is the champion team from Indonesia, sponsored by IOF, the Indonesian Off-Road Federation, Strong Pass and Antah Angin. Harjanto and Suparno are men on a mission to prove their worth in an international event outside their country. They have the skills and willpower. How will they fare is still a wait and see as the event unfolds into the jungle. This is the first time that Thailand has a team using Land Rover, unlike previous years. Hailing from Trang, near Phuket, and having passed their own national test, this is the team's first attempt in an international event. Not lacking in teamwork, they live up to their promise of a respectable display of skills and techniques. No pain, no gain, but also conserve and live to fight another day is their battle cry, which they did throughout the event. A wise move by a first-timer. The second father and son team in the event, this time from Denmark. They are also known as Maximum and Minimum, a very experienced team. This is their 5th attempt. The vehicle of choice has always been a Jeep. Meg said it's a Jeep thing, which we would never understand, but both he and his son did. They finished in 8th position overall, their best score by far. The next contestant comes from a local team from the home state. Representing Gerut Adventure Club from Besut, both Ayob and Sahabuddin put up a commendable performance, even though this is their first international competition. Knowing that the jungle is neutral helps them to stay focused. A good showing for a first-timer.
One, go!
Rinsei and Simon's entry to the event took 2 years in the making. First, they acquired this Pinsgauer from the Swiss Army, then they modified it and put it to extreme endurance tests in Belgium and Holland before they shipped it to Malaysia. Will it withstand the tough tropical jungle? We shall wait and see. With their motto, any problem, we'll fix it, seems like they're going in for the long haul.
We're in the pool, eh?
121.
Yes.
3 also 25. 1 penalty.
Yes. Okay. Sorry about it.
Get to 10 1
Hey, you're expensive.
This next team is a Dutch-Malaysian combination. Ben is an entrepreneur from Holland who is based in Kota Baru. Apart from business, his other passion is 4x4 adventure sports. Using a locally built Toyota, both Ben and Razak show good fighting spirit all the way, never giving up, come what may.
Absolutely. It will be much better, I think. This is just the beginning. So be sure you will be out in the jungle tomorrow.
No problem for Razak, he's cool.
From Holland.
Holland. How many times already you take part this event?
This is the first time.
First time, huh? How do you feel?
Still I love it.
How do you feel?
Still I love it.
Still love it, huh?
Second time entry to the event is Team 122 from Perak. For some, falling and getting up again is no sweat. With their high spirits, they're a happy lot.
Who is the master? You.
Now, this is the team which everyone is looking out for. The Malaysian champions of Tan Eng Ju and co-driver Lee Yip Kiang from Johor. What makes them formidable? Their experience and skills, coordination, teamwork, and their all-powerful homemade PTO winch.
Okay, thank you.
Even though they have been in top 3 positions in previous attempts, they have never been able to clinch the overall champions trophy. Will this be their 5th time lucky break? For the moment, nothing is certain yet. But first they have to fight and give their best efforts in as many special stages as possible. Nothing comes easy in the fight for supremacy in the Rainforest Challenge.
Wah, kali ini Mayatro. Ini AS Metro. Wah, penat. Tapi pun Maya okey lah.
Another ASEAN country to send a competition team is from Philippines. Being first-timer is not a problem. They have scored enough merits to be selected. This team is no pushover, and in the days to come, they will pose a serious challenge for top 5 placings. But for the moment, it's slow and steady.
Point for that sector is a 2 ribbon, red and white ribbon. You can see inside there. Look for it. Okay, I give you 15 minutes before the DNF time. You have plenty of time to do it. Right? Any question? Are you ready?
The British contingent comprised of 2 teams, 1 Land Rover and 1 Suzuki. Both are also first-timers to the event, but they have been to the Malaysian jungle. Having the experience has put them at ease of what to expect. Their objective this time is to complete the entire route. Now, this is a very historic entry from Mexico. For the first time ever in the history of the event, this Jeep TJ Wrangler Rubicon was flown in by air cargo, a most unusual and expensive way. But for those with the passion, nothing is impossible. Before the event, not many people know about Malaysia. But after we return, everyone will take note, said Juan and Mario. This team is hot news back home in Mexico and followed closely by off-road fraternities.
We enjoy it a lot.
The
swimming pool. Yes.
The Korean contingent was unlucky right at the start of the event. Both their competition-ready vehicles were knocked out of action. So, they're allowed to run the first and second day only on selected special stages. They eventually completed the journey in the touring category. For the rest of the battle-ready teams, it's anything goes on the second day of prologue special stages at Awana Kijal. Some went all out, but some lived to fight another day, like this one.
Oh man, we're hungry. Oh, it's tiring, man. So, we'll make the best of it. Serve the car, take our time, and enjoy.
This is the full team behind me, which comprises of a start gate and a fast track, quite weavy. Drivers are going to be taking some corners at speed, and then there's a gully.
This year's prologue special stages were held for 2 days to give the teams more time to warm up before they hit the jungle. For spectators and the general public, it was a great 4x4 weekend. Meanwhile, more action from Indonesia, which sent 4 teams to compete this year. All are battle-proven adventurers with skills and experience to match. They have competed and won the top events back home. Now it's time to see how they measure up to the rest of the world. So far, so good.
My side to buses, we got 2 over.
As for the Chinese, this one from Fushan, South China, stands out as the most promising among the 3 teams at the lineup. This is also Chung Kuo's second attempt. He bought and prepared his vehicle in Malaysia. In between his business visits here, he also makes use of the time for his practice runs. A good way to mix business and hobby.
Really happy. Rainforest, I really like. Thank you.
This is living out your passion in 4x4. The British teams, having flown in their vehicles thousands of kilometers from home, are out to test themselves to the limit with their purpose-built machines by Martin Lewis. This warming up time has been put to good use. After this, it is a wait and see how they will fare under jungle conditions. Everyone is using the prologue special stages to good use.
First test on the RFC 2005.
Boleh, no, just give a signature over here, please.
There was no rest yet at the end of the first day. The action continues into the night with navigational exercises. Now, time to head for the jungle of Ulu Dungun. Next stop will be Sungai Loh, the first jungle campsite on second day of the event. With regrouping and refueling along the way, most arrived by nightfall. This regrouping exercise is also a time to catch up on sleep, meals, and also to plan new strategies on how to tackle the special stages and catch up on their rivals. The route forward now is at the mercy of Mother Nature. Too much rain spells, big trouble, and long hours of transport and recovery. But everyone is prepared for the days to come.
In Kota Baru.
Kota Baru?
Yes. I came there about 2 months ago.
Oh, months ago. You from where?
I'm from Belanda, Holland.
Holland?
Yes.
From here, the convoy will roll in expedition format. This transport stage uses disused and existing logging tracks. However, even here, on this mild terrain, the weather can still cause havoc with the route, so there is no precise schedule. Daily briefing is a must to get the latest information. Timing is on estimated time only. Working together as a team is the key to reach one's destination.
So, Klamin River.
Malaysia practices sustainable logging policy on gazetted areas only like this one. The convoy rumbles carefully across, mindful that these tracks can be transformed into heavy-duty action at any time. For now, reaching Sungai Klamin without any problem is on everyone's mind.
Ah,
Battery. Antian!
Sungai Loh and Sungai Kelamin area is one of the best campsites around. It is also called the land of the mighty rivers, beautiful but wild. They can rise rapidly and swell to twice their size in a matter of hours during thunderstorms and heavy rain. But luck is on the adventurous side this time. Everything is calm and nice. That means the competition stage can continue, but they have to be quick about it to avoid being stuck by rising water, which can happen at any time. This third team from Indonesia using Jeep Willys is from Bandung. No underestimation of its small size, it is a fully modified vehicle capable of anything that the big boys can do. Water crossing is definitely not a problem. In the heat of the action, two wild elephants also decided to cross the other side of the same river. A wonderful sight indeed. The river special stage continues with Team Philippines. This dark horse entry has caught up with the leading contenders. How will it do at this river stage? By this time, every point counts and every mistake will be costly. DNF, the team has lost points here. Now this is an excellent time for the number one to increase its points and pull away from the rest. But first, they must also pass the test here. No mistakes or else it's back to square one. From the look of things, Team 117 certainly seems confident enough. Meanwhile, the rest are getting ready. Will Team 117 get stuck in the same place? Well, no, it's true. Now this will make a difference for Team 117. With a powerful machine combined with skills and experience, this is a team to watch for overall champion.
Rainforest Challenge is the most exciting and thrilling challenge competition in the world.
Now time to move out. The river level is now rising and moving at a faster speed. It takes careful maneuvering to tackle this river crossing. But time is running out. The convoy must now be divided into two, with competitors and marshal troops crossing the river and moving ahead. The press and touring groups will turn back and make rendezvous at the next campsite at Sungai Kertia. After the drama of the crossing and more driving, a night jungle special stage awaits. The night briefing on how to tackle the special stage was explained. It is driving, navigating, and finding the punch before they can drive back to the finish box. No punch mark means no points to score.
3, 2, 1, go!
The British are used to this punching system, but doing so at night is another matter. However, they did well as expected within the DNF time.
Thank you very much. Nak kari bang.
Next in line is the Malaysian team from Rawang. By now, it's in the leading top 3. So, no taking chances and no getting lost here. They did it right, thus boosting their chances to catch up with the number 1. Meanwhile, for those not asleep yet, time for touching up and getting ready for the next day.
Wah, besok bisa start lagi. Tenang aja. Malam ini kita repair dulu, besok fight lagi. Oke.
The next day is a long transport expedition out of Kelamin campsite to Sungai Kertia. There will be many hours of driving, recovery and overcoming obstacles. Everyone must work as a team. First, they must tackle the obstacles in the jungle and make rendezvous at Kuala Berang. The route out of here is less than 20 kilometers, but in a jungle route with hardcore tracks, this can take many hours of hard labor. Careful maneuvering and winching is the rule of the day here. Even the lightweight and versatile Jeep has problems, but no worries, help is everywhere. To get things moving, teamwork is divided into 3 groups. The first group organizes the construction of the log bridge using available resources. The other 2 groups organize 2 different river crossings. Each group has its own team leader to divide the workload. There are no language or cultural differences here. It's one for all and all for one. A mini United Nations at work. At last, the first stage of the long transport out of Sungai Kelamin is done. Now it's regrouping time in Kuala Berang for the second and final stage to Sungai Kertia campsite via Tasik Kenyir. Time to catch up on supplies, refuel, reorganize and last-minute repairs. This is the last town before facing the jungle again. The second stage continued right into the night. The difficulty of night expedition is double that in daytime. The going was hard and difficult, with many more hours of recovery. The night rain did not help them. It's extremely taxing on everyone. Helping one another is the norm. Moving was slow, but the team spirit is up. This is part of adventure that they're here for. At last, after 18 hours of hard work, they reached Sungai Kertia campsite, the longest day on record. After a short rest, it's time to continue moving into the most awesome part, called the Twilight Zone, before the rain catches up with them again. Regrouping, rescheduling, and reorganizing is a daily operation as the track condition changes with the weather.
Yes, today is the 5th day of the Rainforest Challenge 2005, and now we are at Singakatia. This is the beginning of the Terminator and the Twilight Zone. From now on, the going will be much tougher, and the teams will have to be very careful with how they conserve their vehicle.
More careful preparations for everyone, from the organizers to the competitor teams. One more special stage by the river before they hit into no man's land. Time for Kedah Adventure Team to tackle this rocky river special stage. Everything has got to be precise from start to finish within the 10 minutes DNF time. Any time faster or slower, the team gets 0 points. Therefore, this team is not taking any chances to get it right. Now it's time for maximum and minimum. Top 10 at the moment and doing well.
3, 2, 1, go!
Off they go. They're also not taking any chances. From here onwards, no time for heavy repairs and no workshops in sight. Everywhere you turn, it's no man's land. And they cannot afford any costly mistakes either. Keeping cool and calm is the best strategy. After careful handling of the situation, Team 135 Denmark made it to the finishing box in the nick of time. The British 4x4 machines prepared in Bristol, England, have stood the challenges of a tropical jungle remarkably well. Both teams are making the attempt to finish the entire event intact. At the end of the event, they made it. The ability to make emergency repairs is critical as the convoy rolled into Terminator, Elephant Mudhole and Twilight Zone. After Sungai Kertia, the going gets harder. The toll on man and machine keeps mounting. This difficult stretch is called the Hill of No Return. The only way forward or backward is using the winch and teamwork. Monsoon rain kept hitting the convoy at intervals, a struggle at every turn. This is practically have winch, will travel country. No pain, no gain. Hour after hour, the battle to keep going forward was fought out in the Twilight Zone. It was not possible to film the entire adventure and drama inside this fearsome sector, as even our camera crew was also caught by drenching rain and impassable tracks. Suffering one vehicle casualty after another at the Hill of No Return, we had to turn back. It took 5 nights of extreme tests to come out.
Very hardcore. Very hardcore.
So are you happy?
Happy, of course. Happy to be out. Very good trip. But it's nice to be out.
Estamos muy contentos de estar aquí en el Rainforest. Es nuestra primera vez. Esperemos no sea la última. No sé si el copiloto quiera decir algo.
Nos fue muy bien, el coche nos resistió y veníamos por el rife total. Rife total.
Gracias. Thank you. Mexico.
Nah, just clearing all the vines out. And the brakes.
So how about the route?
Very tough, but very good. Very enjoyable. Hope to come back again.
Any more cards? Very nice. Fresh wind. Okay. Very good. Wow.
Het was behoorlijk zwaar. Maar het was wel goed.
Lekker ding!
Lekker ding!
This 9th edition of the Rainforest Challenge is also known as the Battle of the Winch Warriors, a tribute to the almighty winch. A hero's welcome back to Kuala Terengganu awaits. For those who have made it out on 5th of December, it was sheer joy to see Tarmac Road again. At Batu Buruk Beach in Kuala Terengganu, the shouts of jubilation says it all. They will do it all over again come the next time. This has not been an easy year from start to finish. Monsoon rain has certainly added to the challenge and made this a vintage year for the event. The awesome tracks of Ulu Terengganu will not be forgotten for a long time by the 4x4 world community. A big thank you to the state government of Terengganu for its excellent cooperation.
My name is George Fitas. I'm a journalist from Greece, and I think this was my first Rainforest Challenge, and I'll be back again next year. It was very interesting, very difficult, and I think the spirit of the jungle is still alive.
This year, very exciting, very hard work. The important is the elephant mark hole.
旅程啊，好辛苦又好艱難啦，又嗰啲路都好難行，又總之就好困難啦。最艱難嘅旅程之一嚟㗎啦。多謝。
At last, after 10 days of adventure, we are now here at Batu Buruk Beach, Terengganu, where we have spent through at least 18 SS, the most difficult part in the twilight zone, and now you see we are here.
For the Scout and Marshal groups who did not get out in time, especially the X-Men, this is a tribute to them. For those who came out in time, a welcome royal dinner awaits. The closing ceremony awards night was graced by Their Majesties, the Sultan and Sultana of Terengganu at Primula Hotel. The state is now the focus of the world 4x4 fraternity, eager to know the outcome of the ultimate off-road battle. However, for the first time in the event's history, there are no winners to be announced yet. The final results are still stuck in the jungle. There are, however, special awards to be given out to the first overland entry from China who drove 12,000 kilometers from Shandong and Yunnan to Terengganu. Team Spirit Award to Philippines Outstanding Sportsmanship, and for the first time in the event, a team brought in their 4x4 machine by air. Juan Carlos, Mario and Jose flew in their 4x4 vehicle and created an event record and history at the most expensive entry ever. They also completed the event with no damage to their Jeep Wrangler Rubicon and came out in 4th position overall. Not bad at all for a first-timer. By midnight, the final results at last. 3rd overall to Team 122 from Perak, Malaysia. 2nd overall to Team 110 from Rawang, Malaysia. And no guessing who's the overall champion. It's Team 117 of Tan Eng Ju and Lee Yit Kiang from Johor, Malaysia. All top 3 from Malaysia.
Yang tahun 25 ni, tahun ni kira okey lah kita. Jalan track semua pun elok juga. Kira teruk lah. Jadi kita happy lah kita main lah. Tim tempat lain sudah ada, tapi ini kali ni trip pun yang teruk juga lah. Jadi kita pun okey lah.
Panas-panas terus kita. Dia bawa kereta sudah lama. Dia sudah jalan 5 tahun. Yang paling susah ada pembawa.
Well, that's it for now. Watch out for the next edition of the ultimate battle of 4x4 supremacy next year.